history is full of young inventors and entrepreneurs who have changed the way we live today. During a visit at Lehigh University, I met with one alum who shares his story of success as a young entrepreneur and spoke with two young women embarking on their journeys. Take a look. With scissors in her hands, Jessica Ernst cuts along a chalked line on a piece of denim. From bolts of fabric, she'll create a new pair of women's jeans. And what she hopes will eventually turn into a successful fashion clothing line.
You're the only driving force behind this program, behind your product, and you are the only key to success. So this is the first pair that I made.
Jessica graduated from Lehigh University in May of 2014 and is one of 8 student entrepreneurs that were involved in a 10-week Student Accelerator summer program through Lehigh's Baker Institute for Entrepreneurship, Creativity, and Innovation, called LaunchBayC.
We want to give the students an opportunity to work on their venture full-time throughout the summer.
The pilot program provided a stipend for both graduate and undergraduate students and focused on early phase startups.
If you don't wake up, live, breathe, eat, and sleep it, you're not going to do well.
The name LaunchBayC is attributed to where the program is held, inside of Building C, the former Bethlehem Steel building on Lehigh's mountaintop campus.
About 2 years ago I was in here and it was filled with industrial equipment from the old steel mill. There were 15-foot pits in the ground, there were cauldrons that were 20 feet high. We've taken it from this old Bethlehem Steel and now we're bringing in student companies that are working on mobile devices and kids' toys and clothing all across the board. So it's kind of this new era of innovation within this same space. And you get a lot of that feeling when you're in here.
Chris Kautzman, who manages several entrepreneurial programs at the university, serves as Baker Institute's Young Entrepreneur in Residence. A graduate of Lehigh, Chris uses the expertise he's gained from his small product development consulting firm in Coopersburg to provide guidance to students like Jessica.
I'm here every day with the students, helping them with everything from business model conception through prototyping through looking at how you file for legal entities and what that process is like. Jess comes from a background of structure and has now completely gone to practical, self-running, self-operating, true entrepreneur.
What was your biggest challenge when making these jeans?
Fit.
The fit?
Women love things that fit well. This is the first time that you're able to remove yourself from the classroom and push your product, push your passion, and push your baby to everything it needs to be.
Jessica hopes to be one in the long line of successful entrepreneurs to graduate from Lehigh University. Dave Petrillo graduated from Lehigh in 2008. Alongside his childhood friend and business partner Dave Jackson, the two secured their spot in the coffee industry with their product, Coffee Julies.
Coffee Julies are small stainless steel capsules that you put into your drink, your coffee, and they cool down hot coffee to a drinkable temperature 3 times faster than it would normally cool, and then they keep it hot for up to twice as long.
After raising more than $300,000 through the crowdfunding site Kickstarter, Dave and his business partner were featured on the ABC reality series Shark Tank.
We're expanding Coffee Julies a little bit more. Booze Julies are for cold drinks. We put them into alcohol. Instead of Scotch on the rocks, you can use these so it doesn't water down your drink.
On this day, Dave sits down with his former professor, Pat Costa.
I'm proud of him, but he's just beginning. This is just the start of what change that he will affect into the marketplace.
You really have to go out there and find the answers yourself. If you're trying to start a business, go the inexpensive route. Do the work yourself, do the experimentations yourself, and learn it yourself.
Back at LaunchBayC, senior Shannon Varco is hard at work putting together the pieces of her company, Ability Brand Toys.
Well, I'm working on a wooden building toy for kids. It's very open-ended, there's no instructions or rules.
For Shannon, LaunchBayC provided not only a workspace to exercise her creativity, but an opportunity to learn from others.
So we've had a lot of alumni that have been interested and involved and have gotten me thinking in different ways or asking me questions that I hadn't thought of.
This spring, Shannon plans to launch a Kickstarter campaign for her own brand.
I really would like to make an impact in terms of the toy itself and just giving kids an outlet to build something without instructions and just make whatever they want, but also an impact in the fact that I am doing this myself and that I'm starting a company right out of college and that it's definitely been a lot of leaps of faith throughout.
When in doubt, LaunchBayC students turn to the writing on the wall for advice.
We like to say that spaces that are rough around the edges are actually really, really helpful to creativity and to the comfort of failure. And failure for a lot of people is scary, but in entrepreneurship, it's one of the greatest things to learn.
For Focus, I'm Brittany Garzillo reporting.